Well, here Sheena is again. So just to reiterate, this is the third video of 4 videos. So if you haven't seen the other 2, check back on my post to find them from earlier. And the whole idea of these videos are that I introduce to you my course. It's actually starting in November, and it's a 3-month course, and literally it will change your life if you let it. So that's it. It's actually stepping into your personal power with Sheena Cantar. And yeah, that's just what I'm telling you about. So the first, I said in the first video, it's all about the 3 Ps. So power, pattern, and performance. In the second video, I told you what the power bit was all about, and that's the 3A. So it's 3A stars. Who's ever had 3A stars before? Certainly not me. So it's just telling you about that. Tonight's video is actually all about pattern. So one of the things that you realize is that as you've gone through your life, you've been programmed. As soon as you've been programmed while you've been in the womb of your mother, then when you've come out, you're programmed, and it's just what it happens to everybody, and there's just certain programs that we have, but sometimes we actually don't realize what those programs are, and we run our lives basically sleeping. So here's the thing I want you to know. Your conscious mind is 6 seconds at least behind your subconscious mind. Now we know this because there was a study done where they put a man in an MRI scanner, and there was a guy who was literally watching his brain patterns. Now this guy had 2 buttons to press, right or left, and it was his choice as to what it was he was pressing. Now the guy in the MRI scanner was monitoring what he was doing. Did you know that he actually, you can check this out online, the guy who was monitoring the results knew what the guy who was being monitored was going to press 6 seconds before he'd actually pressed it? Is that not frightening? Because it actually frightened me the first time, and I went, oh my goodness, my subconscious is running the show, and I'm not even awake to it. I'm just assuming that I'm walking into things and I'm making decisions. Let me tell you, what I found out is that you're actually reacting rather than responding. Now, how do we get that all about? So whenever you just walk into a situation without predetermining what it is that you want the outcome to be, you actually end up reacting to anything that's in there. So if you've decided, you walk into a room and you go, oh my goodness, I don't like the energy in this room, or I don't like the people in this room, then what you find is that you actually start to react like that way as well. So I'm just putting a little bit of light here because I realize I'm like sitting in the dark. So if you set your intention before you walk into a room, then you actually give your body an instruction before going in as to how you're going to behave. If you've ever done that before, raise your hands, put a tick, whatever, that you've actually done something like this before, where you've gone, do you know what, today I'm going to be this. I'm going to be really sensible, I'm going to be really happy, and actually that's the way it's happened. Now, if you spend your life doing that, that's how you can actually help your life and help create your life, rather than reacting all the time, you're responding. So that's just one tip to give you. Always be at least 10 seconds ahead of yourself, even if you have to stop before you go into a meeting. Just say, my intention is this, before going in, to give your body an instruction. Otherwise, your subconscious is just running the show, and you think you're making choices. No, you're not. You're just reacting. So this thing about patterns is to really understand what patterns are you actually running. And I call it the VIP section. So we've had 3A stars already. Actually, yeah, that's our top 5, and we really are shining like a star. And this VIP section, yeah, you are a VIP. You are a very important person. It's again for you to realize it's not about developing into somebody. It's just getting away the rubbish that's sitting in front of us. It's actually letting go of stuff. So the V bit is actually about visualization and visualizing and vision. Now, if you ask any person walking down the street, where are you going? Chances are they'll be able to tell you, well, I'm going to the shop. But where are you going in your life? Where are you going in the next 5 years? Because didn't the last 5 years just pass you by so fast? And if you don't do anything to change it now, then what's going to happen is in the next 5 years, it's going to look exactly the same as where you are today. So what I help you do is actually set goals, but there's a really unique way of setting goals, and it's all to do with your energy. It's all to do with coming from the goal rather than going to the goal. And there's some unique little strategies that I'm going to teach you how to do that. I mean, really life-changing strategies. The next bit is all about the image, you know, your image. So, I mean, what we have is we set goals, but actually our conscious brain has that goal, and that's really good. And we go, yes, I've got it, I've got it, I've got this affirmation. But actually in here, something different is going on. It's like a vibration. It's like your energy in your body. And let me tell you what is going to win over. It is this. It is the body image that's going to win over rather than your mental image, okay? And this is all to do with your emotions. So it is a dominant emotion that is going to win the day rather than what your brain is actually saying. Really, really important. So we work on self-image. And I said it before in the other two first video was, you know, it's like the knowing doing gap. So you know what to do, but your body's not doing it. Why is that? So you know how to lose weight, but you don't lose weight because it's like you sabotage anything, or you know how to get those sales if you just made those extra calls, but you don't do it. Why is that? Why do we do that? And we've got some really unique things there to work on that. Then the third thing is really literally the programs. So really understanding our attitudes, our five senses, how they all fit into the program and how they create the program for us, and how maybe to block them out so that we have a real strong will and align with who we are, so that here aligns with here, aligns with here, and we have literally a complete alignment. And it's also to instill some of the habits that will help you be a successful person. I used to think that the will that we had was something that we willed when we're manifesting something, we're willing something to happen on the outside. And it's taken a while to realize that the will is actually on the inside to keep the vision and the focus and the whole body aligned with where it is that we want to go. So that is something that we'll talk through. So that is literally the VIP section. You know, the patterns that you're running, the programs that you're running, and let's instill some programs and patterns of millionaires, of successful people, or whoever it is that you want to be. It may not be to do with money, it may just be with a certain lifestyle. How do we get you that? What programs have you got running that aren't actually fitting in with the goal or the ideal life that you want to have? So that's all I'm going to say in this bit. So far you've heard that I've got 3 P's. It's the power, the pattern, and the performance. And this is all of Sheena Cantar's stepping into your personal power program. The first one was all about power, and that is, you know, the first month, and that is all about your strengths and looking at your strengths. And then the next one that we've just spoken about is pattern, and that'll be the second month. Again, it is weekly webinar calls, group calls with 2 one-to-ones with me as well, where we literally talk through all these things. So that's it. Tomorrow, the last one, is all about performance. So I'll talk to you all about performance tomorrow night. And I'm sorry I'm a little bit later tonight, but I was driving home and I thought I'll just have to wait till I get home. I'm not stopping on the side of the road. I'm going to get home and do this video just before I go to sleep, getting ready to get up for 5 o'clock again in the morning, because I'm part of that 5 a.m. club. If anybody is, give us a wave. If anybody's not, give us a thumbs down. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So it's lovely talking to you tonight, and yeah, have a good night and sleep well. See you tomorrow.